Cami going into business with Gallino changes everything for Tommy and M-Tex, and not in a loud, explosive way. It's a slow-burn shift in power that quietly rewires the company from the inside out. On paper, it might look like just another strategic partnership. In reality, it's a turning point that threatens Tommy's authority, M-Tex's identity, and the fragile balance that's been holding the whole operation together. For Tommy, this move is personal before it's professional. Cami isn't just a senior executive. She's been his counterweight, his reality check, and, at times, the only person willing to tell him when he's wrong. By aligning herself with Gallino, she's no longer standing beside him. She's standing across the board from him. That shift isolates Tommy in a way he hasn't experienced before. Without Cami reinforcing his decisions internally, his leadership suddenly looks thinner, more exposed, and easier to challenge. Inside M-Tex, the immediate effect is confusion. Employees don't know which direction the company is really moving. Tommy talks about sustainability, measured growth, and keeping the company's reputation intact. Gallino represents speed, pressure, and profit at any cost. With Cami bridging those two worlds, M-Tex becomes a battleground of mixed signals. Departments start hedging instead of committing. Decisions slow down because no one wants to align with the losing side. From a power standpoint, Gallino gains something far more valuable than contracts or revenue: access. Through Cami, he gets insight into M-Tex's internal debates, vulnerabilities, and fault lines. Even if Cami believes she's controlling the flow of information, the mere presence of Gallino in the equation tilts the balance. Tommy is no longer negotiating from a position of strength. He's reacting to moves he didn't initiate. For M-Tex's reputation, the partnership is radioactive. The company has always walked a fine line between aggressive expansion and ethical restraint. Gallino's involvement blurs that line almost completely. Investors who value short-term gains may welcome the shift, but long-term partners and regulators start paying closer attention. Every future deal gets scrutinized through the lens of what's Gallino's angle? That kind of scrutiny raises costs, slows approvals, and chips away at trust. Tommy's leadership style also comes under direct threat. He relies on personal relationships, credibility, and his history as a landman to get things done. Gallino doesn't play that game. He uses leverage, pressure, and fear. With Cami acting as a connector between them, Tommy's softer power starts to look outdated. People who once backed Tommy out of loyalty begin recalculating their positions based on survival. There's also a deeper emotional consequence that affects decision-making. Tommy now has to question Cami's motives in every interaction. Is she advising him in M-Tex's best interest, or positioning herself for Gallino's benefit? That doubt poisons collaboration. Even good ideas get second-guessed. Trust, once broken at that level, doesn't quietly repair itself. It erodes everything it touches. Strategically, M-Tex becomes less flexible. Gallino doesn't invest without expectations. His money comes with timelines, outcomes, and consequences for failure. That pressure forces M-Tex into faster, riskier decisions that align with Gallino's appetite, not Tommy's caution. The company's ability to pivot, delay, or walk away from bad deals shrinks dramatically. For Tommy personally, this partnership accelerates the identity crisis he's already facing. He's trying to hold onto a version of M-Tex that values relationships and long-term stability. Cami and Gallino represent a future where those values are liabilities. The more successful their partnership becomes, the more irrelevant Tommy risks becoming inside his own company. At the same time, the show makes it clear this isn't a guaranteed win for Cami or Gallino either. Their alliance introduces volatility. Gallino doesn't do equals, and Cami's belief that she can manage him may prove dangerously optimistic. If that relationship fractures, M-Tex could be left dealing with the fallout from both sides, internal division and external retaliation. Ultimately, what Cami and Gallino in business means for Tommy and M-Tex is this: the company is no longer just fighting market forces. It's fighting itself. The partnership forces every character to choose between loyalty and leverage, ethics and survival. For Tommy, it may mean losing the company he helped build or becoming someone he doesn't recognize in order to keep it. And for M-Tex, it marks the moment when the line between expansion and corruption becomes almost impossible to see clearly.